The pandemic, it continues to isolate people, and after more than 2 years, young people are trying to navigate their next move in this new world. 13 News' Cassandra Bruttle finds out how everyone can get the help they need. Cassandra.
Yeah, Brittany, experts say a lot of young adults are fighting mental health battles, with some ending their life by suicide, leaving families to deal with the grief that comes along with it. And according to Stepping Stones of Rockford, those seeking help are finding themselves at the bottom of a long wait list. Mental illness does not discriminate.
Isolation is like a punch in the face.
Several college athletes who have taken their own lives. The pressures, I think it's hard when people look okay on the outside, and the stigma of mental illness, that people believe it's not okay to not be okay.
We all have feelings, we all have sadness, we all have happy days. Just because we have these feelings doesn't mean we're off the rails, okay? It means that we're dealing with something.
Danielle Angelari, the executive director of the National Alliance on Mental Illness in Northern Illinois, or NAMI, says despite a variety of local resources, barriers are preventing people who may not know how to process their feelings and emotions from getting help.
They're not as accessible as you'd like to think. It does come down to a lot of the times financial stability.
If I wanted to go to a counselor with my employer health insurance, I could probably choose 50 or 60 different counselors to go to. But if you've got Medicaid or managed care, you've typically got your choice of one or two.
With the half-cent sales tax in Winnebago County, the Community Mental Health Board allocated $14.6 million towards different programs for 2022 to 2023. But Stepping Stones of Rockford CEO Sue Schroeder says making a difference won't happen overnight.
Mental health, behavioral health, was ignored in our community for so long, underfunded in our community for so long, that it's going to take a long time for it to catch up.
I'm in a number of self-help groups, let's say, because I have to be. Because for me, I know I need that.
Colleen McClory lives in Belvedere, but seeks out resources from neighboring communities. She wants illnesses like depression, anxiety, and suicidal ideation to be normalized.
I'm bipolar. I've dealt with a lot of backlash from friends of mine who I have lost because they don't understand what I'm going through.
50% of mental illness shows its symptoms by 14 years old, and then 75% by 24. So when I think of like the college age kids, like there are so many changes happening, so many pressures, especially an athlete that is taught, serious competition only, and maybe not taught how to cope with stress any other way.
The pressure of student loans, the pressure of parental expectations. Here at NIU, we have a huge number of first-generation students, but they feel a very different pressure for success because they are kind of carrying the banner for the family.
And while social media can be a tool to check in with friends and loved ones,
but then it's been tragically damaging to folks' self-esteem, their sense of self, their mood too. Research shows that the more time we spend on social media, the more likely we are to experience depression.
Everyone can see your successes and failures like right away, split instant online, and I think that's kind of scary for people.
But there's hope to be found in dark places.
Looking for ways to grow from our negative experiences, it really does change our perspective in life. And as we change our perspective, we're really able to heal ourselves.
NIU's licensed counselor Suzanne Diggs-White says if people bottle up their negative experiences and feelings, it could lead to heart disease and respiratory issues. And she says it's best to work towards accepting the trauma and finding ways to learn from them. Angelari hopes more prevention efforts will help guide people towards those goals. For 13 News, I'm Cassandra Bruttle.